Ted Bundy was born in Burlington, Vermont on November 24, 1946. He goes to the University of Washington and then went to Utah to become a lawyer. He got married to Caroline Ann Bowie in 1980. They had a daughter named Rose Bundey. Sadly, Ted and Carol divorced in 1986. Later on to his life, he slowly developed a mental illness called bipolar disorder. In February 1974, Bundy abducted Linda Ann Healy, age 21, from University of Washington. He abducted her and strangled her to death. On July 1974, on Lake San Rias, Bundy abducted Janice Ann Ott, who was 23 years old, and Dennis Noah, who was 19. Witnesses described a handsome young man who calls himself Ted. Police began to identify Bundy's. On November 8, 1974, a woman named Daryl Roach was able to escape from Ted Bundy, who had disguised himself as a police officer. He told Roach something had attempted to get in his car and asked her to come with him to the police department to sign compliments. Roach says that Bundy managed to get one handcuff onto her wrist and threatened her with a gun. She jumped out of the vehicle and flagged down a passing vehicle. An elderly couple drove her to the police station where she's able to give police descriptions of Bundy and his car. At 10:15 p.m. at the same day, Dara Jean Kenneth's father gave her the keys to the car to pick up her brother from the roller skating inn. She never got her parents' car. She was 17. Bundy claimed it was an interview in Salt Lake Country Sheriff Detective Dennis Carr that he left her body in the grave, but her body was never been found. In October 1975, Bundy was identified in a lineup by Carol DeRoche, who tried to abduct in November 1974. Bundy was arrested and charged with aggressive kidnap and attempted criminal assault of DeRoche and held in Salt Lake County Jail. Between June and December of 1977, Bundy tried to escape twice in the jail, but managed to retrieve back. In the following year, in February 1980, Bundy was convicted of kidnapping and first-degree murder of the death of Kimberly Leach and was sentenced to death. On January 24, 1989, Bundy was strapped into an electrical chair in Florida State Prison, and at 7:16 a.m., he was pronounced dead. What kind of serial killer is Ted Bundy? Well, he is a transparent and an organized serial killer. Transparent is that he knocks the victim and their unders and raped them to death. Organized that he was left with no evidence, but though let one or two victims escape. He may also be power-oriented because he is prepared to kill the victims and rape them. For our belief of why he's power-oriented is that maybe because that he actually see other people have a successful, happy life, the things that he doesn't have when he was a child, and knowing that he used to have a wife but sadly been divorced. Therefore, his rage has been counted by rage and rape.